Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a while here on the channel. I've actually been working on something huge over on the second channel, which I released on Saturday evening. If you guys have seen it, you've seen it. If not, I'll talk about it more towards the end. But let's get into today's video because I want to talk about a map change which has just happened, as well as some storyline content and even more stuff going on in the Fortnite community. So first off, we have the map change, which is actually going to be outside of Tilted slightly. Tilted's over there to the left side. You can see it over there. Clock tower. Now, what's happening to the clock tower? Why is it so blurry? I don't know. Anyway, Tilted's clock tower is over there. That's really strange. That's probably because, I don't know, maybe some render glitch, or maybe there is going to be a damage happening at Tilted. Probably not, though. Anyway, down here, there is a map change just outside of the Catus monster, which is located over here. The monster where he's buried. I guess this will probably be maybe a cave or something in the future. That was rumored, but nothing just yet. And no monster returning yet, guys. A lot of hype around the monster, but we'll talk more about, we'll get into the storyline in a second. I want to show you the map change first. So this is another one of the pothole, and you can see this is brand new, and this is one of the old houses which was standing here, and it's now fell into here and is completely gone. So kind of a rip to the house that was here, but I guess this is what's happened, and this is the map change today to show you guys. It's a small map change, and it follows along from the other map change which we received over by Tilted as well, which was happening due to the earthquakes, or technically earthquakes being caused by the drills which are drilling through the map right now to search for the 0 point from IO. You can see that's their little outpost over here, and that leads onto some storyline content which I really want to get into. I'm really excited to get into this as well, so let's get into some of these and kind of go over what we have here as our storyline. So first up, we've got our actual Catus monster returning and all that theory and stuff. So there's lots of rumors about the monster returning and also the robot returning because of his arm inside of the water, which is on this side of the map over here. I generally think that this is just really people milking the topic of the robot and the monster returning just because there's small hints on the map. I personally don't think they will return as their core form if they do return. I do think if the robot does return, it will be a new format, possibly similar to the way Foundation looks. Probably not, probably a unique design so they can sell a skin. You have to always think about this, guys. They're not just going to bring back the old version, they're going to bring back a new one so then they can sell it as a skin in the item shop. Always consider that. They're not just going to bring back the same thing because they want to always try and progress with their battle pass skin releases and stuff. So, you know, I do expect that if the monster does return, it will be a different variant, maybe with wings, maybe a different color, maybe a different design. It won't be the one that we're all seeing all over, I guess, YouTube. And same with the robot as well. It'll be a new unique robot that'll look, people are saying the Foundation statue will be a robot. I don't think that would be the case because then again, the statue wouldn't be able to sell a skin. So always got to think of that. Always think of that. I always think of that myself, like when I'm thinking about storyline content. How are they going to put skins in? How are they going to, you know, profit off it as well, and not just as a, you know, reused item which has been used in the past. So you got to think about it as a business standing point sometimes to kind of get an idea of where things are going to be going with that robot and monster stuff. So with that being said, I want to move on to the origin topic because this is huge. So here's some screenshots on screen of the origin. This one from EA Skates, one of their concept designs of the origin in-game. I think this was a really nice concept. I'm not too sure 100% if this would actually be what the origin skin finally looks like in-game. It's not 100% confirmed or not, but it's a unique 3D design on the original artwork designed by Fortnite, which you can see here. So this is the original artwork of the origin skin. It also comes with this other kind of white suit variant on the right hand side, and that actually brings up this topic today, which I saw on Twitter from a fan account called Timeless Order, which is a storyline fan account. And this is actually really interesting, the topic that they brought up, and they said this here: the Geno is now spelled without the accent at the end shown during the chapter 2 end event, and this possibly means that Geno comes from the Genesis origin, which is origin. It's very likely that they're going to be part of the 7 or once were. So that's kind of interesting that these two here are part of that origin 7, which really does, just take a look at these pictures, this really does bring up a lot of hype to that Geno vibe. So the next topic is moving on to the sisters, which were part of the same leak as Origin. You can see a screenshot of that here. Personally, I was not a fan of this leak because it leaked a lot of skins that have been coming to the game over time. And I do hope that Epic do take time to change the original design of these to a more unique one, or even keep this same silhouette but make it even better, so then they are more hyped than they are. The only problem with that is people imagine currently what they're going to look like to be like this. Maybe it's Epic's plan, maybe it wasn't. It didn't mean to get leaked, but fingers crossed they do get changed. Anyway, let's move in and talk about the sisters, because there are two sisters. You can see them inside of the sanctuary. inside of the 7 kind of rocks that are situated around here. It proves that there were once 7 members. We do have 2 of them being the sisters. Looking at their original design for their armor, it almost looks like they've gone rogue and kind of just left here and just kind of gone off on their own adventure together as brothers, sisters. Maybe they are actually sisters or twins, who knows exactly, but it's going to be interesting to see how they stack up on the Fortnite storyline overall, because there's a lot of gaps in the storyline. The sisters, we don't really know much about them. We know they are out there. Are they going to be working for Origin? Are they working for Last Reality? Or are they an entire new faction themselves, which would definitely hype it up for the Fortnite lore? I hope they are, and I hope they have formed some sort of unique kind of robot style faction or a unique vibe, which would be crazy. Also, on the topic of Fortnite storyline, previous seasons like Chapter 1 and even Chapter 2 Season 1 were extremely messy for the storyline, and there are so many gaps in the storyline throughout this period which I can point out and be like, there's a gap here, there's a gap here, there's a gap here that could be improved, and I do hope that Fortnite do fill in these gaps. Obviously the reason's quite clear why the Chapter 1 storyline was quite messy, because there really wasn't much of a kind of setting ground. Fortnite had only just blown up. He didn't really have a storyline, so they just kind of went with the flow. But now obviously everything has been planned out, everything is staged, ready for this wherever the storyline is going. I still question Chapter 2 Season 1. In the back of my head, I really did not like the storyline of that season. Ghost and Shadow in Season 2, which was the season after, but in that Season 1 it was Alter and Ego and Alter Ego, and it was messy. Chaos Agent, what did he do? Where is he at? These guys are meant to be super powerful. He's just nowhere to be seen at all in the storyline. Obviously he did get his mask turned into a Midas golden helmet, but I don't think that's where he ended it. I think he had so much potential, but again, Chapter 2 Season 1 just really didn't have a good storyline, and I think these parts of the storyline makes it so difficult to follow in certain elements. There isn't really anything you can point towards to give direct evidence of what this is and why it happened in all them kind of eras, but this does lead into where the sisters and the Origin could come in, and they could actually tell parts of the storyline in the past somehow, maybe in comics, maybe in a TV show, maybe in short films, or even just references during the event with like maybe text or even like Easter eggs, or even possibly just actually physically speaking it. These elements of past storyline eras like Alter and Ego could be fixed. Like, just imagine, for example, if the Origin or the sisters or even the Foundation was to go during the event between, or the war or the battle between Alter and Alter Ego, or Ego and Alter Ego, sorry, we saw that people would spawn with their different variants. Obviously they didn't want to say that. We saw that snapshots were a big part in this battle, which then led to Ghost v Shadow. Even if something like that was announced or just confirmed, or just little hints just to confirm how the story originally went, I think it'd be super handy for us as storyline hunters in the Fortnite community, seeking out everything we can regarding that. Now, for those that haven't already and you've been living underneath some sort of rock, I actually created a crazy second channel video which allows you guys to simulate bosses. You know, it's not just a video, this one is also a map announcement which I've recently built. If you guys are interested in that, the link is on screen. Head over to the second channel by post, check out the video. It's super awesome. It's a boss meet with all of the different henchmen, and also you guys can do it yourselves by using the code in that video to go in. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and once again, this is Postbox Pat.